Hello everybody, Torin here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, 1 year ago, today, as the time of this posting, I was right here in this cabin over here. Just show you the outbuildings a bit. We have over here an outhouse, and we have a woodshed. And it's a better shot of the cabin right there. The background over here, you have Gossard Lake. I'll show you where that is on a map in a minute. Keep walking. Show you the rest of the cabin. And this is the rest of the lake. This cabin is actually the Lake Charlotte ATV clubhouse. I'm just going to walk over on this side to show you the rest of what's around here. Sorry about the wind if you can hear that. The fire barrel, and there's the side of the cabin. And 1 year ago today, this is the location where I was when Russia started its all-out invasion of Ukraine. So, let's go inside, shall we? Door's a little rusty, but oh well. Here you go. We are actually not in Lake Charlotte, for those of you who are wondering. There's my drone on the left over there. I'll give you a quick tour of the place while I'm at it. It's a little table here. Microwave. There's actually power here, believe it or not, from the solar. If I turn this. And yeah, see the lights came on? It's kind of nice. Save power. This is the propane stove. Here's the kitchen. I believe the ATV club uses this place as, well, for meetups, typically. Over here I have the wood stove. I just lit this for some ambiance. Let's take a look in there, shall we? Oh yeah, that's a nice hot fire. Way more than I'm ever going to use, but hey, can't hurt. We got a sound system. I can't play any music, unfortunately, because otherwise I'll get a copyright strike, which won't be fun. And some extra chairs. And there's these tables. Looks like some people here get a little too rowdy after drinking beer, given by the number of cans in those garbage cans and the holes in the wall. Here's the map. We are right. Let me see if I can point it out. Right there, north of Gossard Lake. There's Abraham's Lake. Abbey Comeback Lake is that one right there. And these black lines you see are actually old snowmobile trails, back when you actually had enough snow to go snowmobiling in Nova Scotia. Actually, I found this portage over this one down here. I found that one here of the drone. I'll show you I might tack the footage of that on at the end of this video. this is Lake Charlotte, this big lake over here, all the way up there. It's Level Spot Lake, I believe. I don't remember the name of that one. Or that one. There's Cohen Brook there. Second lake. Ship Harbor River. Weeks Lake. There's Ship Harbor itself. This one over here is Newcomb's Lake. Trout Lake. Seal Cove Lake. Little River Lake. I forget what that one there is called. This is Northeast Lake. And there's, what's this one up here? Boot Lake. And there's Squirrel Lake. I've been to a lot of these lakes myself in the canoe, and yeah, it's pretty fun. You can, it's a nice paddle if you go from here through here and then around down this river, and you come out right there. The other one is you can go up to Tangier Grand Lake if you go here, and then up here, there's a portage there, and it takes you to Northeast Lake. And then you can just go kind of along here like so. You can actually paddle along you can paddle along this lake as well, portage here, along Trout Lake and Seal Cove Lake and out. It's okay, it's not that exciting. There was a little campsite on this island here, but it's really small, it kind of sucked. I didn't like it that much. So, that's just an interesting little tidbit of the local area. And yeah, where was I when Russia invaded? Well, I was actually sleeping on this table over here. And no, in case you're wondering, I did not hear about the invasion when I woke up after falling off the table. Nah, I actually stayed on the table just fine. Although I can bet you that I did not roll one bit that night. And there was some other members of my family were sleeping here too. They slept in this corner this corner right here where the chairs are now. On an air mattress. I didn't do that because I thought it would be really cold. And I was right. It was actually a lot warmer on the table than off the table, but it was a little risky to sleep on the table. And you could not roll. Did not recommend it for anyone who is a person who rolls in their sleep. So yeah, I was literally asleep on this table, pointed or it's oriented this way here when the war in Ukraine began. And yeah, I played a game of cards here, and well, packed up later that morning and walked back home. And when I looked on my computer at home, the first thing I saw was Russia had invaded Ukraine. The whole thing. I was expecting, okay, they're just going to invade Crimea or something like that, but no. Russia decided to go all in and grab what they could. Now, let's keep walking here. Let's go outside for a bit. Now, it's been a year since the war began. Much has changed. Russia has certainly proven to be a lot less capable of fighting a war than was previously thought. And Ukraine has proved to be a much more capable at defending itself than we previously expected. So, good on you, Ukraine. And I really hope that Ukraine gets its M1 Abrams and its Leopard 2s as soon as possible, because we saw how dramatic the introduction of HIMARS was to the success of the Ukrainians. And I'm really hopeful that the new Western tanks make at least as big a difference as the introduction of HIMARS and whatever. Anyway, the Western tanks were very effective against the Soviet ones in the Gulf War back in 1991, and they're basically the same tanks are used by Russia and Ukraine now as were used by, I believe, it was Iraq in 1991. So, yeah. That's good news. I really hope that the West will send fighter jets to Ukraine too, because I really want this war to be over as soon as possible. Because a victory for Ukraine, where Ukraine drives Russia entirely out of its territory and goes back to the borders it had pre-2014 when Crimea and the Donbass were kind of taken over by Russia, will be a win for democracy around the world, which has been under attack in recent years. Thanks, at least in part, to disinformation that has been assisted, shall we say, by Russia. And on a more personal note, over the past summer, I became quite close friends with a young woman from Ukraine. And I'm sure she's looking forward to her country winning the war. And I would also look forward, just on that level, to Ukraine winning, because I would imagine she'll be very proud of her country when the Ukrainians win. And yeah, I'll be happy too, for that very reason. Anyway, there's my little talk at Gossard Lake. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you when I record another YouTube video. Bye for now. Alright, one quick aside for you. I often wonder what I would have done if this cabin here were in Ukraine on the day the war started. Would I have just grabbed a rifle and stayed in the cabin and stayed in the woods and figured that I can live my life in exile even if the Russians should show up? Try to go on with business as usual? I have no idea what I would have done. Put your answer down in the comments for what you would have done if you were, if this cabin were in Ukraine and you were in it on the night that the war began.